Continuation patterns. So we've seen all the patterns that make the market reverse. However, in trends, there are patterns inside the trends, which are called continuation patterns. So let's look a bit at this trend, all right? So you've got basically three different continuation patterns, but two of them are wedges. So we're going to talk about triangles and wedges in the next video. So let's look at the different continuation patterns. So we've got, well, that can be either bullish and bearish, each one's, but there's flags and pennants. So basically, how do they occur and why do they happen? Is basically in a trend, you can imagine the price can't go like steep one way down. It needs to make some little waves. So why? It's because basically there's still buyers in the markets. Like the price goes down, imagine people take their profit, so they buy back, price goes back up. So it all works like this. It's basically supply and demand. There's either sellers or buyers. So let's look at this. Here we can see a bearish flag. So we've got it like that. And basically flag, as we've seen in the picture, it makes that sort of flag, and that's the flag pole. And basically how you trade them is, so you've got the flag. That's not a great flag because that's more of a triangle, really. But yes, that's a flag. Because normally a flag, you want the pole to be really steep. So that's not that steep. This is steep. So that would be a nice flag. So that's a flag. Let's take this one off. And basically, a flag happens, and the flag pole is the MPO, the minimum price objective. So that length we could see of the flag, which is the pole. We can take it back down for the MPO. So down here. So we can either do it from there or from the top. Basically gives us two targets. So that would be our first target, and that would be our second one, basically. And we can see here it worked perfectly. So that's a bearish flag. So that's the flag. And then there's pennants. So pennants are forming sort of little triangles, as you can see. And all of these basically are continuation patterns because they make the trend continue. So we can spot many in the trend. So each time they break out, then the pattern is complete, and we can go ahead and go in the side of the market. That would have been a small flag as well, probably on a smaller time frame. What else? We've got this one. So we can see it here. Wouldn't be a great one to trade, maybe, but yeah, you basically get the idea. So all of these are continuation patterns. Maybe let's try and see if we can find other ones. They're only really in strong trends because price tends to act like this. So here we can see there's no real flags because it's just like big swings going back up. This is a really nice flag here. Bam. Flag. So that was a flag with, as you can see, I usually do it like this. I'll take the arrow, that was the move, and then the projected move is this one or this one. And as we could see, that would have been an amazing trade with that flag, or pennant, really. So yeah, and you can see this continuated. However, there we could spot a head and shoulder from the last video. So yeah, so this is continuation patterns.